Careblazer, welcome back to the place where we talk about everything dementia. It's a new month, which means we are focusing on a new series. Last month for April, we talked about controversial and unpopular caregiving decisions, and this month we are going to be talking about the traits of amazing and successful Careblazers. I basically want to share with you what I've observed and noticed about the Careblazers who have the most success, and what my goal is that if you were to implement just one of the videos in the entire month of May, that you might start to see more success in caregiving and however success looks like for you. So today I want to share with you some questions you can be asking yourself whenever you hear somebody else mention something that they think would work, is helpful, or has helped them in some way. I want you to ask yourself this series of questions. Before I share them with you, I want you to just know, as a reminder, our human brains are pretty much designed to keep us the same. Even if we don't like the same, even if the position right now is that you feel totally stressed out, burned out, and like nothing's ever going to change or improve, and even though that feels awful for you, the idea of doing something different is really hard for the brain, and your brain is pretty much like, the same space is a safe place, let's just stay here. And we know that's not going to help. We know that if somehow you are on this channel watching this video, then there are parts of your caregiving life that probably feel heavy and stressful and you want to do something about that. So I'm going to share with you these questions, and the reason why these questions are so incredibly important to ask yourself is because your brain is going to do the thing all human brains do, which is, that's not going to work, don't even bother trying, it's no use, it's hopeless. It's trying to keep you in the same spot. This is true for everybody, not just caregiving. This is why people have a really hard time sticking to an exercise routine or sticking to a health routine or trying to start a new habit. Your brain is pretty much like, just stay the same. It's easy for us this way. Even though in reality, you know it's not. Okay, enough about that. Let's get to this. So it is likely, especially if you're here on YouTube watching this video, you are looking for dementia help and support and information in all kinds of places. You're probably trying to get help from your loved one's doctor, your own doctor, support groups, YouTube, Instagram. You might be a part of my Facebook group. That's a free open community for Careblazers. So many different places to get help. And there will be people who literally want to try to help you, or who will share a win. And what I want you to do is to ask yourself a series of questions that sound something like this. How could I apply that to my situation? What might I use from what they are saying to help me in my situation? What part of what they are saying might I try in my situation? What most people's brains will do, it will literally jump to like, oh, it's not gonna work. I've tried it, it won't work. I know my loved one, it won't work. Those are the things your brain is going to do. I'm asking you, even if you don't come up with an answer, start training your brain to be open to a different answer, to be open to different possibilities. If this did work, how might this look in my situation? I know that when so many things are going wrong or so many things aren't working out the way that you would like them to work out, it can feel like nothing will ever work out. But you simply having the thought nothing will ever work and nothing will ever work out will just guarantee nothing will ever work and nothing will ever work out. So are you open to this? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Are you open to asking yourself these questions? The next time you hear anything helpful, let your brain do the thing and say, oh, that's not going to work. That's stupid. That's silly. My loved one will never go for it. All of the initial reactions. Let your brain do that. And then ask your brain to answer the question, or at least ponder the question, but if it did work, how might I do it? And be aware here, this is huge. Actually, I'm going to give you two different traits of amazing Careblazers in this one video. Amazing Careblazers don't let the failures of the past, the things that didn't go right in the past, start to dictate their life and their caregiving situation moving forward. They don't ever say to themselves, that will never work because I've tried it before. I've tried it once, it didn't go well. They're always staying open. How open are you when you're hearing new strategies and tips and support? And even amazing Careblazers know that the person with dementia changes, the disease changes, they change, the day changes, how they say it changes. So they're always open to hearing new ideas and strategies and approaches. And they don't ever totally reject an idea right off the bat without at least letting it ponder. Now, you still have free will. You can reject anything you want, but before you do, at least ask yourself these questions. Maybe it could apply to this situation. How would I try it? It's worked for other people's caregiving situation. Maybe it's possible it could work for mine too. And here's the big overall. Instead of saying this will never work, amazing Careblazers ask themselves, how could I make this work in my situation? What part of this could I make it work? And realize that just because all of the thing, all of the approach, all of the words, all of the tip, the whole picture, maybe all of it doesn't apply to your situation, they still keep their eyes and ears open to, but that part might. If you go around thinking nothing is ever going to work and nothing is ever going to improve, it's going to be a hard caregiving journey for you because you're literally training your brain to show you nothing will ever work and nothing will ever improve. That's a whole nother video on the reticular activating system that our brain has that basically goes to show you what you're already looking for because you're thinking it. So when we're thinking all of these negative things about how nothing will work, that's exactly what we're going to get, more things that don't work. Just be open to the idea. Practice changing this will never work to it could work, it might work, parts of it might work. How could it work? What would I do if I believed this would work? That's my message for you today on video number 1 in the month of May for traits of amazing and successful Careblazers. I hope this is helpful to you. Careblazer, let me know in the comments below. Are you open to this? Are you open to at least just asking the question? Even if you're like, I still don't believe it'll work. Would you be willing to try to ask the question and just plant the seed? Start to train your brain to look at the world differently, look at the tips you might hear and read about differently. The way you see things might start to change, and then that can positively impact your caregiving situation. Okay, more videos coming up on Sundays for traits of amazing Careblazers, but that is trait number 1 that I notice. All right, let's stop rejecting and let's start just being open to the idea of possibility. Milo, hey, Milo, I'm recording a video. Okay. Hey, I'm recording a video. Do you mind?
Also, Nico gets a belly rub for every person who subscribes from this video. So if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button. It's totally free, and Nico says thank you very much.